So this one, I'm going to move to the next question into it. So then you have an extensive amount of experience about tourism industry in Vietnam. Vietnam grown a lot in terms of the tourism side last few years of time. Um, um, there is a big change in terms of tourism revenue going forward in after 2010, and now the COVID happens, and it goes to almost zero right now these days because the inbound tourism thing is closed right now. But now we are when we're shooting is now we are in middle of October 2021. So what will be your forecast for the tourism industry for 2022? How do you see the tourism industry in Vietnam in 2022?
Wow, I think this is the time that a lot of the people in the industry asking this question, and they are starting forecasting for next year, because now it's October, and I think this year almost gone. You cannot do anything now until end of the year. Um, so for next year, actually, this time is very uncertain. So they not think that it's very hard to give any forecast and prediction at the moment. And because my background is revenue management, I did a lot of forecasts. But when we do the forecast, we need to base on something, right? On the historical data or something. But the big problem of this industry now, all the historical data is not working. Okay, it's not working at all. Even my colleagues now working in revenue management area, they told me that okay, now they don't want they don't know how and what to forecast at the moment, even though this is the season for planning next year. So the thing is they can do in the different we can do in the different scenario plan. Let's say usually we need to prepare for 2 or 3 scenario that can be happen next year. So maybe plan A, plan B, and plan C. Let's say if COVID is going this way, then we have the plan A. If COVID go with this way, another way, then you go with plan B, and then plan C, something like that. So there's something that you need to monitor and adjust very quickly during this time, so that you can adapt and you can take the opportunity, because now you cannot say anything in advance. So to me, is the tourism should start slowly back in like next summer in 2022 for local market. I mean the domestic one. But for the inbound, could be end of next year. Okay, for the inbound guests, we end up next year. That's the most positive one. Okay, but if not, then you may take another year, 2023. All right. So to me is you have to prepare for that scenario. All right. And it starts slowly because I think it's still under, because of the fear of the people, and also the control by the government. So that cannot lie back very quickly. It's very slowly. All right. And then on the behavior of the customer will be changed, and they can go like just a very short trip and go like staycation. That I means the product now people talk a lot about travel product is staycation. People travel like within the area that they're living, or maybe a very close area, maybe within like 100 kilometers or something. So they also very scared, or they're not comfortable to fly, or they can go to the airport. For those who are for those place, actually got a crowded people over there. They very fear to that atmosphere. And then they just drive. Maybe they drive car or drive motorbike. A very short time for traveling to relax. Yeah, during the weekend something. So we cannot expect like it will be back like a V scenario that many people forecast about that before maybe V. That means now after that it will be back very quickly, jump up immediately. I don't think so. It's slowly and maybe for another 1 or 2 years, I can say.
Wow. So viewers, that's quite interesting point you actually shared here. You shared about for inbound from outside, it's going to be the quarter 4 of 2022, and you're expecting quarter 2 for domestic traveling will pick up. So there's a lot of people saying that one government considering there is a rumor around the market is there would be like quarter 1 even the international flight will open. How do you see that rumor?
Okay, that part can happen with like Phú Quốc or maybe Nha Trang, some specific destination. Maybe the government actually need to really aggressive on this one also because you see that they need to do something. Otherwise, we are at very on the tourism on the travel company now is going to close all most of them. So now if we don't have any plan for that and aggressive one, I mean, need to be very aggressive at the moment. Otherwise, on the business will close and it's hard to recover. It's very hard, I can tell you, as a CEO and as the one who running the own business in this area, it's very hard to recover after this time. Um, and maybe it happened in Phu Quoc, maybe in Kong Dao. All right, for those isolated island,
Mm.
so the government can promote like the guests can fly there, and then they can stay in that area, everything in control. Then
Mm.
I think that can be happen, right?
You just mentioned something a very powerful line. You said that it's very hard for a tourism company to recover. So what does it really making it so hard for a tourism company to recover?
Because they run out of cash.
Mm.
There's no cash at the moment.
Mm.
All right, running out cash flow now is the most critical one. And like big company like those who are running like airline business, I can tell you every day they spend like billion of Vietnam dong every day. So every month is like 40-50 billions dong, okay, that they have to spend without any revenue. So that the worst part that I think that make the enterprise exhausted, run out on the cash. And if the government or even the bank, they don't have any policy to support, then I think bankruptcy on the big company, maybe the small one is actually closed. Okay, medium one closed. Only now the big one is actually surviving. But if we don't have any action on that, I am sure that okay, we are exhausted, cannot recover at all.
Do you see from your best and your personal research and understanding the market, you're doing a lot of engagement already. That's great. Do you think any particular big travel company or airline company in Vietnam going to be bankrupt or on the verge of bankrupt right now?
They are on the way to to reach that one. I don't want to mention this in this show, but that very negative to talk about that. But that's a reality actually. That's a reality now, and it's sooner or later. And that really on the way. Then and I can tell you that I heard a lot in this industry. But of course, I'm sorry that I cannot share that information here specifically. Yeah.
Thank you, Tung. It was a stunning sharing about all this time in our Ask John show. Viewers, it was another one great workshop, Ask John show we had, and today we had Tung, and there was a lot of valuable points. So if you're watching this show, don't forget to share with your friends, and you can always put your comments in the video sections when you're watching. And myself or Tung, we will do our best to give an answer on top of it too. If you put a valuable question. So put on as valuable question as you can do. And from my side, Tung, thank you very much for being part of this show. It was a lot of exciting talk. Before we wrap up, do you want to share any key food for thoughts to our viewers?
Okay, guys, I think this is a hard time. Okay, I'm sure people are actually spending a lot of time during this time, a very hard one. But to me, it's like I still can join the show. I still can talk to you very positive way, even though I'm actually very stressful. I'm actually under a lot of stressful, very negative situation, can say, pressure, stressful, headache. But at the end, if you want to be a leader, all right, um, if you want to lead your business, to lead your people, if you want to do something in your life for your own, you need to learn and you need to accept it. You need to find a way to survive, to overcome this situation. I don't say that I'm good enough to give you an advice, but I think I can share with you the experience that I did before and now, and I hope that kind of experience can give you some idea, some idea. Okay, you can pick one of them, okay, to apply it and do it for yourself, and hope that can help. All right. Thank you very much for inviting me to join the show, and this is a great pleasure.
Thank you, Tong. It's a pleasure to have you too in the show as well too, and we would love to have you back in other topics because you have a lot of skill sets you have, which we do not really cover all of it. So I think that we're glad to have you up in another show, talk about other sector of your skill set. So viewers, keep watching and not just watching, use it in your life. You change in your life because when you have learned something, the better things start to happen when you start using in your life. I want to say all the best. Have a great time and I will be seeing you soon in the next episode. The next episode, we're coming with another exciting guest as well too. So stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can keep getting all these great shows and knowledge to boost your success. Thank you very much. I'll be seeing you soon.